So I've been wanting to try something different. I've been recording webisodes ever since my old producer Andrew left. The reason why I did it was because I'm a horrible writer. I'm absolutely atrocious at it. Whenever I would write blogs on the website, my former producer Andrew would have to go in and he'd have to actually not just rewrite my blogs, but he would actually have to go in and try to interpret the point that I was trying to make. It was really ridiculous. And now whether this was because I wasn't putting forth my best effort, whether it's because I write like I think, which is incredibly true, I decided to start doing webisodes and basically take those blogs that I used to do on the website and put them up for hopefully people to watch. And they get a few views, not a lot, certainly not as much as I would like, and they haven't become what I wanted them to be. And I know the reason why. The reason why is because the content isn't very compelling. You know, me driving in my car talking about random thoughts throughout the day might be good for a handful of people, those people that watch those videos, but for the most part, it's not all that interesting. It's somebody driving home in a car or sitting in my office like I am, and I might have a few good points to make, but it just, maybe it wasn't because it was coming from here. No, I know it wasn't because it was coming from here. It was something that I felt like I needed to do, an extension of my show. So this is as well, but now it's coming from here. I wanted to switch it up. I wanted to make it look a little bit better, so I'm in the process of trying to put some things together to find out what works and what doesn't work. I'm going to retool this whole webisode idea and probably give it a brand new name, but this is basically the start of something new and different. I've got some other show announcements to make in the next few months that I'm really excited about that will hopefully have something to do with what we're doing here in a weird way, or I should say what I'm doing here. I'm actually here in my home office currently, but I felt like there was more that I needed to share. And maybe it's things that I can't do on the show. Maybe it's things that I feel safer doing here. For whatever reason, I just was like, I need to figure out a better way to present this video form of my blogging, doing that thing with my fingers. You know, shoulder shrug, hands tilt, we'll see if it works. So here you go. This is my first one. Don't know what I'm going to call it yet. Like I said, I'm probably going to ditch the webisode name, but I'm still retooling it. Right now I'm just trying to figure out if this works and give you sort of a test run, so enjoy. I do have something to say, though, and a point I want to make. I got out to Las Vegas Wednesday. I was there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. If you've been listening to the show, you've been following along as to what I've been doing to the past, what I was doing to the past week. And one of the reasons that I was there was RightOnline, the attempt by Americans for Prosperity to try to close the gap in digital media, social networking when it comes to the left and getting people elected. It's the 5th year that they've been doing this, and it's always a fun time to go out there and broadcast my show live. I had a chance to go hang out with Jerry Doyle, stay at his place, which was absolutely fantastic. But the one takeaway that I had from this particular event in Las Vegas, apart from that everything in Las Vegas is amplified, I don't care what you do in Las Vegas, it just goes to 11. Everything just gets, it's just bigger. They say everything's bigger in Texas. No, man, everything's bigger in Vegas. And maybe this was just Vegas too. I don't think so, though. I had some of the most amazing conversations with various people that I've arguably had in years, if not my entire life. And I'm not making a joke about that. Everybody that I was speaking to were conservatives. Most of these conversations were taking place outside of these conferences and speeches that were going on during the RightOnline convention. And I watched a handful of these speeches, whether it was there or online. Some of them were really good, they were, but they didn't hold a candle to these conversations that I had with people. And whether it was politics or real life, it was just this exchange of ideas of individuals, the sharing of stories back and forth. It's what I love about doing radio. It's just this art of conversation. James T. Harris is absolutely correct in that conversation is the spice of life. And it's been gnawing at me for the past a few days since I've been home, and I was thinking about it the entire drive home, this idea of why these conversations were so good and why is it sticking with me so much. And I think it's because the speeches and all of the events that were taking place almost seemed to serve as a means to have those conversations because they were much more powerful. I remember 99.9% of the things that were said in these conversations that I had with various conservatives. And I couldn't tell you really much of anything that was said in any of these speeches. And the reason why is because they were real and they were honest. And it was coming from here. You were actively engaged with somebody, listening to their stories, sharing your stories. And you could, whether it was the fact of the venue that we're in, whether it was just two talk show hosts, me growing my career, and an established syndicated host, and you get two talk show hosts talking, and they're going to talk. It may have all played into it, but it got me to realize that we have got to do a better job of not only being conversationalists, but engaging other individuals and trying to bring them over. Engaging other individuals in ways that gets them interested in those things that are going to change our communities, change our cities, our states, and the country. We've got to be more real. We need more of this. This is very important to me because I've had it worked on a few times. We need a little bit more heart. We need a little bit more honesty. We need to not be afraid to let the opposition know that we're flawed individuals and we have the same weird feelings and the same thoughts and the same inconsistencies and the same faults as everybody does. That's not to say we don't inspire to be better people. That's not to say that we don't try to work to be the best moral and just people that we can be. But that is to say that we accept the fact that we are flawed. And we don't hide that fact. A little bit more honesty and self-deprecation. That's what was taking place in all these conversations. They were, and I don't mean to seem existential or ethereal or whatever, but they were pure. And there was just so much to be grasped in those engagements. So much more than when anybody set up on a stage trying to get people riled up. We need more heart, we need more honesty, and we need to do a better job of engaging people, getting them interested, by showing them attention, by being interested in those individuals and not shouting them down or speaking talking points. We just need to be better conversationalists. I need to be a better conversationalist. And I do this for a living, for crying out loud. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. I hope you get something from these. I don't want to be too preachy, and I don't like being preachy on my show, and I'm not trying to be preachy here. I want to share with you those things that affect me the most. And hopefully through that, and through the start of me revamping these videos, your Justice Daily Dose, whatever you want to call it, hopefully I can convey how important this stuff is to me, and perhaps through that you will find it interesting, and perhaps you'll be able to grab something from that and do something with it. And if you just watch, that's cool too. So keep checking back here to the website. They'll be up on the YouTube page. I'll put them up on the John Justice Show page here at 1041thetruth.com and on my Facebook as well, John J-O-N Justice. If you have ideas, if you think I'm an idiot, feel free to tell me. I don't care. But thanks for watching. And this is the first of hopefully better videos that I can make. Because the other ones I was putting up, there was a point where I was just doing it to do it, and I can't imagine why people didn't want to watch, because they were kind of boring. So, anyway, thanks for watching. You can tune in, 1041thetruth.com, or 1041 FM right here in Tucson, Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. Pacific time. We have a good time, and I love what I do. So, thanks for watching. Bye.